Hi everyone, it's Clara. Welcome to Sunday School. Today we're going to be working on a craft called When Life Gets Nuts, Give Thanks. This is a little example of what we'll be doing. It's November, and in November we like to think about all of the things that we are thankful for. Our Bible verse for today is Romans 5:3-5, and it says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us." And today we want to think about that as we do our craft. Why don't you take out your craft and open up the bag, and we'll get ready to do this together. All right, we have a few different pieces here. So the first thing that I want you to take out is this blue circle right here. The next thing I want you to grab is this little squirrel. Try to take this squirrel out. It's sticky on the back side, but I'm sure you'll be able to do it. And take your time. And once you get this squirrel off, you're going to want to place it right in the middle of this green part, right on the circle. This is what mine looks like. For this next part of the craft, we're going to take some leaves and we're going to place them on our craft as we want to put them. So we have red leaves, we have yellow leaves, we have green leaves, and then we have 3 brown leaves here. And remember that we're going to leave this acorn until the very end of the craft, so make sure you don't put this part on yet. Alright, so as you put on each leaf on this craft, I want you to think about something that makes you stressed out sometimes, makes you a little bit nuts. But as you think about that, think about why you could still be thankful in the midst of that. Alright, so for my first leaf, I'm going to choose a yellow one. And you can put as many or as little leaves as you want on this craft. It's all up to you. This first leaf stands for homework. Sometimes homework stresses me out, but I'm very thankful that I still get to learn how to read and write and do math. And if it wasn't for homework, I wouldn't be able to do that. This next leaf is for doing chores. Doing chores can be stressful. It's not always fun to clean or do the laundry or do the dishes, but if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have a very clean house and I wouldn't know how to do those things on my own. This next leaf that I have is for my siblings. Sometimes I fight or argue with my siblings, which is a little bit stressful, but if I didn't have siblings, I wouldn't have some of my best friends. This next leaf that I chose is for sports. Sometimes sports can be really stressful if you're losing or if your coach isn't very happy with you, but if it weren't for sports, I wouldn't be as healthy as I am and I wouldn't get to have as much fun when I'm playing the game. I'm going to put one last leaf on my project, but you can put as many as you want to. And remember, as you're doing that, think about things that stress you out sometimes, but how you can still be thankful for those. This last thing that I'm going to put on is for my parents. My parents can stress me out sometimes if they tell me I need to do my chores or clean my room, or if they tell me that I didn't do something very well. But if I didn't have parents, I wouldn't have such great role models, and I'm very thankful for my parents. For this next part of the craft, I want you to grab this yellow flower-looking thing and the red ribbon in your bag. You can feel free to just untie this ribbon and just put that right down next to you. So the next thing that you want to do is take this circle and look at the back and just peel off the backing, nice and slow. It might be a little bit difficult, but I know you can do it. Next, what you want to do is you want to place the ribbon right on the circle at the top, because this is going to be the way that you hang it. If you need a little bit of help, feel free to go grab a parent or an older sibling, and if not, then let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to just carefully place the circle down. I have one little piece and now I have the next. this is what it looks like. Alright, so now that I put my ribbon on and I attached this back part, the last thing that I'm going to do is attach the acorn to the very top of the ribbon. So why don't you grab this little piece and this plain brown acorn. The first thing you want to do is just pop this out, just like that. The next thing you want to do is try to just gently take this little acorn off the backing, and it's sticky. So careful not to get it stuck on anything. Next, you're going to take the top of the ribbon. You're going to put brown acorn on the back, and then you're going to put this one right on the front. And when they line up, it's perfect right at the top. This is how my craft ended up looking. And this is the example that I had. And as you can see, they came out a little bit different. So no matter how yours turned out, I'm sure it looks absolutely amazing. Wow, great job everyone. Let's go over our Bible verse one more time. It's Romans 5:3-5, and it says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us." I hope you had fun. Be sure to check out the cool Sunday school lessons in the links below, and I'll see you next time.